Jakenshaken from Northeast Ohio.
Yep.
He's already made quite the run
This
here.
is top 16? Do you know his bracket?
Yeah, so he beat Rick 2-0 in winners round 1. That's insane.
That's crazy.
And then if that wasn't impressive enough, Dave, he then goes on to 2-0 Cal immediately after
That's
to
who
get
put
here.
Cal in losers.
Yes.
Okay, because I just saw Cal play in losers.
Yeah, and isn't that something?
Those are huge. So, Jake and I played him on net play very early on.
Okay.
Before I had any idea who he was.
Right.
We played some sets, and first time I ever heard of him, he was beating my secondaries, and I was getting a little annoyed.
Right, it's like this no-name guy is not supposed to beat my secondaries.
And then I pull out my puff, but I still remember this, and I beat him most of them, but he takes one. And after the game, he's like, man, I was really hoping I could take one from the puff. And I was like, man,
dude,
I don't want, you did not deserve to take one from my puff.
20.
Here he is, man.
So presumably that was in 2017, but even this year, 2018, it's a crazy time to be alive in the Smash community. Because Netplay's been out for so long, you never know how good any random person is going to be. You have to respect everybody.
I said this on the other stream. I was around in the Street Fighter, the FGC, for Street Fighter 4 when Netplay first became a thing. And people discredited it. Oh, he's just a Netplay guy. He's not good. But over the years, they came to accept it. Smash has to get there still.
Yeah, and I think we are slowly getting there.
You can't deny how good Michael is.
You really
don't like his play style.
He didn't drop a game at the Melee National Arcadian. And there were some heavy hitters there, but again, so impressed by Jake and getting here.
Yeah, this is another beast
winners.
though. Cal and Rick are huge wins, especially for I don't want to say no name, but fairly unknown player.
Yeah, this is certainly his breakout event. He's had some good wins, here and there. I think he's proven himself. I know a lot of people in the Midwest know who Jaken is, but
he hasn't traveled that much.
This is where he puts himself on the map on the national scale.
But again, this is the Genesis champion.
Yes.
Plup.
Yeah, and it's crazy. I'm so excited that we were able to manage to get a top 3 player in the world, arguably, here to Ohio for the first time ever.
So I do worry that Jaken...
Oh my god, that was so close.
We talk him up. This might not be the best looking match for him. I doubt he's ever played anyone of Plup's caliber.
Yeah, I mean, he staged 2 incredible upsets to get here.
Against Foxes.
Again, you can't... Against Foxes.
Cal might have been Sheik, actually. I didn't see it, but...
That's a good point. I didn't see it either.
Yeah,
but he has been going a lot more Sheik.
Yeah. This is a different beast.
Yeah, and the thing is, when you're playing somebody like Plup, I feel like it's hard not to second-guess everything you're doing because you have to give him so much respect.
We might not see this, but highlights of Jaken's play that I noticed right away.
Yeah.
Not that his combos are amazing, but he's really good at putting you in a spot, and he just hits you from the position he's set up.
Oh, he doesn't take ledge, though.
So you see him get him in the air, not do anything, and then follow the fall.
So true. I watched his match against Hada, a Peach player from Cincy, and it was brutal. And that was his strategy, was just get the Peach in the air and don't let her land.
He doesn't care if he can't kill you, which is, I think, the sign of a good Marth.
Yeah.
The ones that really want to kill are the ones that get punished.
Yeah, could not agree more. Yeah. He's got the patience that's required to play this character in the modern meta.
Yep. Plup, or Jaken finally gets his platform hit, and Plup just shield drops after a crush cancel. Doesn't get anything from it.
He's just making it look so effortless.
Yep.
And it's incredible to me just how fast he makes Sheik look. Because I don't know if you've ever played or tried to play this character, but if you pick it up, it doesn't normally work this way.
Now, I'm against people saying, oh, I took this many stocks or whatever, but not a lot of people would be taking 2 stocks from Plup in this tournament.
So true.
So,
yeah.
Especially after the start Jaken had where he got destroyed.
Can I just point out that this game isn't over?
This game is not over. Marth can hit
that's spacing. He waited right outside that F-tilt.
Yep.
Yeah, that's another thing I'm picking up on top-level players is just how comfortable and patient they are with their back all the way to the ledge.
Yeah. That was a bad recovery, though. I do have to say that. That was... Just went high with no protection.
No contingency plan.
Yeah, Plup picked up on it.
Okay, looks like they're having some fun.
Yeah, which is good.
And are we far enough in bracket that this is best of 5?
It's top 16, so I bet it is, yeah.
I think it is.
This is the cutoff.
This is best of 5. Okay.
Awesome.
Takes him to FD. And this is where he's really going to be able to abuse Sheik's limited options when she's getting juggled.
I remember back in the day, even as like a Fox player who I played back in the day, sometimes if Marth was hard, I would go Sheik and take him here.
Really?
Because the game wasn't as developed, and you could just kind of bully him with Sheik. But now when you get caught in those Marth juggles, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, it's so funny how the stage counterpick meta has changed so much over the years.
Even the matchup meta, this used to be considered, I don't want to say unwinnable, but this was a bad match for Marth.
Yeah. I think it's so much easier to execute at a low to mid level for Sheik. But once you get to the level where you can be consistent,
and that's still true today. You have to be very strong before this match starts to become more even as we see at a top level.
So true.
I think part of that's because of strictly because of PPMD. picking up Marth and showing his style and beating Sheiks with it.
He was surely the first big Marth to come out and show us that the matchup was doable.
I think so too. Because before, if you had to play Mewtwo King and you're Marth, I mean, the Sheik's just going to eat you alive.
Yeah.
So we're seeing a similar start. I think this is almost exactly how Game 1 started.
Yeah.
Too quickly gone. But Jaken did a fairly good job bringing it back.
Wow. I like that. You see that pivot shield stop for Plup to increase the space between him and Jaken, but also turn around to access Nair out of shield.
Yeah, I think Plup utilizes some difficult and not super well utilized tech better than like anyone else. Like the pivots, the shield stops. I think he's like the best shield dropper in the world, honestly.
Yeah. He's clearly known for that.
He just did a quick Nair or needle or something, so he didn't have to tech on the ground when he was falling.
Yeah, I'm seeing that a lot. Like people using different special moves and even wave landing out of hit stun.
More common with Spaceys because you have the easy laser to do it, but he did it with Sheik right there. I didn't move it.
Yeah, I mean, even characters like Marth can do it with Shield Breaker. It's a bigger commitment, but it allows you to hit the opponent quicker than some people might think.
You don't want to tech.
Yeah, you don't want to have to
tech. If avoidable, you do not want to tech.
So true. You can side B too, lower committal with Marth.
We're at Marthritis percentage right now.
Yeah, but again, he can't get too antsy here.
Yeah, and he got his fair, and he could probably kill from this. Yep.
Up tilt, great.
Just get him off stage, especially Sheik. Just get her off stage, he'll kill her eventually.
Yeah.
Crazy combo with a Nair in the middle of it, though.
And for somebody like Jaken, this is going to be a big learning experience. You know he's going to go back and watch this. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Plup just very carefully drifting to the ledge. A lot of like lower level players, you'll notice, they'll always drift right towards the center, almost greedily. That was crazy.
Oh, back his time picking that up tilt. I like that, but it didn't ultimately get him the kill.
Good recovery.
As anyone who's ever made upsets, that's a shame. As anyone who's ever made upsets in bracket probably knows, you get your upset, you think, cool, that was doable, good job. You get the next guy, you're thinking, okay, I might be able to do this. And then you get to the guy where it's like, well, that's probably it. But I had a good run.
This is probably the end of the road for winners.
Probably how Jake was feeling going in.
And we've all been there where like you get a big upset, you're already having done better than you anticipated. And it's hard to sometimes keep that fire and keep going.
But he was able to do it through one set at least. Yeah. He made 2 big upsets. But this is one where like... I mean, I pegged Plup as not dropping a game the tournament.
Yeah, I don't think he will. I think the over/under is right at a half game.
Yeah.
And the big storyline to me for this event is who is going to get that coveted second place.
Because that's just the bigger fight.
Exactly.
It really is. And sometimes that's okay. Plup is, honestly speaking, a stronger player than the other players here. Kobold,
so
Ryan, Abate are all very strong.
Yeah.
Plup's B1 Genesis.
Like between Ginger, Colball, Squid, Abate, Dreffen, there's a number of players that are in contention for second, but nobody is really even in the top 20 here besides Plup.
Squid actually put into losers by Moki.
Really?
Yep. Brutal 4-stock on FD, too.
Was it streamed?
Yeah. It was on here. I was on mic.
Very cool. I'll have to go back and watch that. Yeah, but this is where the bracket's really going to start getting interesting when we see top 16, when we see losers and all these big names have to run into each other after a long bracket.
For someone unseeded to make top 8 winners, which would be what happened if you win this set, that's very difficult for Jake.
Yeah.
To make top 8 winners. I don't know if I said that when I said 16. Yeah, winner of this, obviously, our first top 8 qualifier winners. That was unfortunate.
Okay, for his sake, I hope he doesn't get 4-stock. But again, we're talking about Plup, and ever since he took Genesis, he's like finally now in the conversation where, again, I don't think he has a strong case for best in the world, but he's finally, after having taken Genesis, I think that it's at the point where...
it's not a strong case, but it's a case.
Yeah, like he's in the conversation.
Most people do not have that.
Most people couldn't even get to the table.
I would say right now there's 3, maybe 4 if you count Leffen. Yeah, or like an on Mango. I don't think most people would consider Mango best in the world.
Yeah, no, it's got to be between HBox, Armada, and Plup. Yep. And this summer of Smash, I think, is going to be huge. That was crazy.
Yeah, he's going to go for Zelda right away.
Goes to Zelda.
And I actually like that against Marth. Marth cannot kill Zelda from that percentage, right?
Yeah.
Like,
why not?
She made it far enough into...
Ooh! What a punish, though.
Plup's laughing, he knows.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but Jaken, seriously, great showing here against
not a bad match at all.
One of the greatest players that we've ever seen. So good stuff to him.
Match.
And winner's quarters, so he's already guaranteed 9th place.
Yeah, that's big. That's big for an unseeded, basically.
Yeah, how many people that are watching this before this event knew who Jakenshaken was?
If they're not from Neo, I doubt very many at all. So